Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
Always. What are we exploring today?
Well, today we're taking a trip to ancient China. Buckle up because we're about to unpack a legend that's both powerful and inspiring.
Ooh, I love a good legend. What kind of legend are we talking about?
We're diving into the story of the Changxian drum. Ever heard of it?
I can't say that I have. What's the story?
Well, picture this. A devastating drought, a village on the brink of despair, and a compassionate God who hears their cries for help.
Sounds like the setup for an epic tale. So where does this drum come in?
That's where things get interesting. Our main source today is a piece of text detailing this legend.
Okay, so let's get into it. Who is this compassionate God?
His name is Changxian, and he's known for his deep love for music, especially the melodies he hears drifting up from the human world.
Interesting. So even though he's a god, he's connected to the human experience through music.
Exactly. But here's the thing, this drought I mentioned, it's got the villagers in dire straits. Their crops are withering, their spirits are low, and they're desperate for rain.
I can only imagine the hardship. So how does Changxian step in to help? He can't just snap his fingers and make it rain, right?
Well, he might be a god, but he doesn't just rely on divine powers. He's also incredibly observant. He notices a connection between the sound of thunder and the arrival of rain.
Ah, a little divine inspiration from nature.
Exactly, and that sparks an idea. What if he could recreate the sound of thunder to bring rain to the village?
Now that's some clever problem solving.
And that's where the drum comes in. Changxian sets out to create a drum so powerful, so magnificent, its sound would mimic the very rumble of thunder.
I'm already intrigued. What makes this drum so special? Is it made of some magical material?
Oh, you better believe it. We're talking about a drum crafted from the most extraordinary materials. Imagine the strongest Wutong wood for the body of the drum.
Wow, that's some sturdy wood. I bet it could resonate beautifully.
You know it. And for the drumhead, get this, 1,000-year-old dragon skin gifted by the Dragon King himself.
Whoa, hold on. A dragon skin drumhead. Talk about an upgrade. No wonder this drum is legendary.
And that's not all. He soaks the wood in heavenly river water, said to be infused with divine energy.
That's amazing. Pure magic infused in every fiber of this drum. What about the ropes?
Well, he wouldn't settle for just any old rope. He asks the weaver girl, the celestial weaver, to craft ropes from rainbow cloud silk. I mean, the level of detail here is insane.
Wow, that's an incredible amount of effort and artistry that went into this drum. It's a true testament to Changxian's compassion and dedication. But the big question is, did it actually work?
You bet it did. Legend says that when Changxian struck the drum for the first time, its sound echoed like a mighty peal of thunder. And just like that, the heavens opened, and the long-awaited rain poured down upon the parched land.
I can only imagine the relief and joy the villagers must have felt.
I know, right? Such a powerful moment. The Jade Emperor, who's basically the big boss up in the heavens, was so impressed by Changxian's creation and his selfless act that he decided to name the drum in his honor.
The Changxian drum, a fitting tribute to a god who put the needs of humanity above all else.
Right, but guess what? Not everyone was happy about Changxian's success.
Wait, seriously, who wouldn't be thrilled about a magical drum that could bring life-giving rain?
Well, it seems that jealousy isn't just a human emotion. Some of the other gods up in the heavens started feeling a bit envious.
Oh no, I bet they couldn't stand seeing Changxian getting all the praise.
Pretty much. They started whispering doubts in the Jade Emperor's ear. This drum is too powerful, they'd say. Only the Jade Emperor should possess such an artifact. They accused Changxian of overstepping his boundaries and challenging the celestial order.
So even in the realm of the gods, there's power struggles and petty jealousy. But come on, Changxian was only trying to help people.
I know, it seems pretty unfair. Sadly, the Jade Emperor, despite knowing Changxian's pure intentions, found himself in a tricky situation. He felt immense pressure to uphold the celestial order. To maintain that balance, he had to act.
So what did he do? Did he confiscate the drum?
He made a tough decision. To appease the other gods and maintain order, he decided to punish Changxian by demoting him to the mortal realm.
No way. That's a harsh sentence for a god who literally saved a village from a drought.
I know. It's heartbreaking. Talk about getting punished for doing a good deed. But here's the silver lining. Even faced with this injustice, Changxian's generosity shines through.
What do you mean, did he try to fight back?
No, he didn't. He knew that defying the Jade Emperor wouldn't help anyone. Instead, he decided to do something truly remarkable. Before he descended to the mortal realm, he made sure to pass on his knowledge to skilled craftspeople down on Earth.
He taught them how to make the drum.
Exactly. He showed them the secrets of crafting drums just like his own. He wanted to ensure that his legacy of compassion and ingenuity lived on.
Now that's what I call a true hero. He could have wallowed in bitterness, but he chose to empower humans with his knowledge. That's incredible. But I have a question. Did the drums made by mortals have the same rain-summoning powers?
That's where the story takes an interesting twist. While the mortal craftspeople followed Changxian's instructions to a T, they couldn't replicate the rain-summoning magic. Their drums, while exquisitely made, lacked that divine spark.
So the secret ingredient was Changxian's divine touch. I guess it makes sense. It reinforces the idea that true power isn't always about flashy magic. Maybe it's more about the intention, the love, and the good poured into creation. What do you think? Is the story saying the drums lost their power because they were made by mortal hands?
That's a great question. I'm not sure if it's about the hands that made them. I think it might be more about the intention behind the creation. Changxian's drum was born from pure compassion, from a deep desire to help those in need. That's what gave it its power.
You know, you're right. It wasn't about the drum itself. It was about the heart behind it. And even though the mortal drums couldn't bring rain, they were still incredibly special. They still held immense power.
Absolutely. Their sound, powerful and far-reaching, became an integral part of ceremonies, festivals, and rituals. They became a way for people to connect with something larger than themselves, to feel a sense of unity and hope.
And they called these drums Changxian drums, right? A way to honor the god who taught them this amazing craft.
Precisely.
Ah,
His legacy lived on not just in the physical drums, but in the spirit they embodied. It's kind of like how we were talking about true artifacts earlier. They're not objects of power in the conventional sense. They're imbued with something deeper, with meaning and memories.
you hit the nail on the head. Think about it. We all have objects like that in our lives. An old family photo album, a hand-knitted scarf from a loved one.
A well-worn book with dog-eared pages.
Exactly. Those objects may not possess magical powers in the literal sense, but they're loaded with stories and emotions. They connect us to the past, to the people who came before us.
They remind us of who we are and where we come from. It's like holding a piece of history, a tangible link to the people and experiences that shaped our lives. But the story of the Changxian drum doesn't end there. Some say that after his descent, Changxian didn't just disappear.
Wait, really? What happened to him?
Legend has it that he became a mountain god. So in a way, he never stopped watching over humanity. He just changed his vantage point.
That's a beautiful thought. He found a new way to protect and guide the people he cared for.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. People living in remote areas near mountains claim to hear faint drumming sounds coming from deep within the forests.
Are they saying they hear Changxian drumming?
Some believe it's him, that even as a mountain god, he continues to drum, his rhythm, a reminder of his presence and his enduring love for humanity.
You know, it really makes you wonder, what if those sounds aren't just echoes of the past? What if they're whispers of something timeless, something that connects us all? Even today, when we hear a rumble of thunder, we're reminded of Changxian's drum.
It's a reminder of his kindness, his ingenuity, and the powerful legacy of a god who chose to walk among humans. So, what do you say? Next time you hear a drum beat, or even just the rumble of thunder, take a moment to think of Changxian and his incredible story.
And let it remind us that true power lies not in dominating forces, but in acts of love, compassion, and selfless creation. And maybe, just maybe, take a look around at the seemingly ordinary objects in your life.
Who knows what stories they hold, what silent echoes of the past resonate within them, what memories and intentions have been woven into their very fabric.
Sometimes the most extraordinary stories are hidden in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered.
That's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you then.